All right, so I got my Pops Procut knife pack, and I'm just gonna call it Procut, just for brevity. And this looks super nice. This is just the staining or pattern or whatever you want to call it that I got from the heat treating process. But I can't keep it. I would want to, but I have to sand this away just because I want to see how this patinas. I'm hoping it patinas, the Procut patinas like I'm guessing it's going to. One thing I want to mention is, so Dr. Laren talks about, what I saw him mostly talk about, two protocols for heat treatment. And one of them is like maximum wear resistance, and the other one is maximum toughness. So I also found a third protocol he talked about, and that's kind of a middle ground, and that's what I went with. So I asked Peter's Heat Treatment to do that middle ground heat treating protocol for me, and it basically calls for this to be austenitized at 1,550 degrees Fahrenheit, and it gets tempered at 450 degrees Fahrenheit, I think twice. I would have to look at my notes. And it also gets cryo. So I didn't ask for a specific Rockwell hardness. I just asked for that protocol. But the Rockwell hardness this ended up getting was 61 Rockwell hardness when they tested it. So yeah, just so you know, what heat treatment protocol and stuff just going on, because later on I'm going to test this, and I might have to mention it again too in another video. All right, so yeah, so today I'm going to sand all this, get it ready for the wood scales, and I have to cut a big block of wood I have, and I'll show you that later, so I can actually cut the scales out of that thing for this. All right, so I'm gonna get started. Okay, so here's the wood, huge piece. Already sanded the knife down to 400 grit. And this type of wood is called Quebracho, or also called, I guess, Quebracha, which means axe breaker. And it's supposed to be, I guess, I have to double check, but it's supposed to be tied with bull oak as like one of the hardest woods you can get, like super high hardness. And I've actually worked with bull oak also. Let me show you. Actually, I have the knife with me now. This is bull oak from Australia. You can see little lines. See all those little, I don't know if it's coming out all that great. And yeah, so this has a lot of that same kind of design, at least to my eye. We'll see later on when I actually cut a piece off. So what I'm gonna do is I have a little rig set up, my bandsaw, and I am gonna try to cut off a piece about slightly less than ½ inch. And we'll see if I can actually do that. All right, so that's next. All right, so I'm still doing the handle, but I wanted to share this with you. Because look at the grain on this wood. It is beautiful. Yep. All right, so I want to do that real quickly. All right, so today's the next day, and yeah, now I just got to shape it. So you can see the grain on this is straight. If I would have gone straight here on this side too, instead of tilted, I wouldn't have gotten this little color here on the end. It would have been mostly white, so I had to tilt it with the piece I had. Okay, so next up I'm going to buzz everything close to the edges, and then after that I'm gonna draw it out and shape it. You'll see that. Okay. This is roughly how it's gonna look. These are just guidelines. I'm gonna mess with them while I'm working with it. Here, I'm gonna have a little bit of a hollow grind once I get it down to size. So yeah, overall it's gonna be a very thin handle, which is what I want. I don't want like a super bulky handle with a very thin blade. All right, so yeah, I'll do it roughly and then I'll show you again. All right, so here it is roughly done. And next up, I'm just gonna use this file belt sander. I don't know what this thing's called. I'm gonna use that, start rounding everything out. I kind of want this to go like this a little bit. So yeah, I'm gonna do that next. I might go thinner than this, just because this wood is surprisingly heavy. So I'm gonna round everything out and then just feel it. All right. Okay, so here it is, even more closer to what I want it. And so now I'm just gonna do basically just sandpaper. This wood is pretty dang nice, just to work with and everything, basically. Very nice. So yeah, a little bit of a hollow grind there on the handle. And on this end too, just a little bit there. All right, so now I gotta sand it. Very nice, feels pretty good. I won't know for sure until I just basically chop with it. All right, so I'm done at least with the handle. Still a few things I have to do with the blade, but for now, for today, I'm done. I know I said this already, but this wood is beautiful. It's just super nice to work with. It'll look nicer later on when I clean it and stuff. I just got done with it now. But, so yeah, so now what I have to do is basically sharpen it, put my maker's mark on it, and then the date I sharpened it, and then I'll be done. I also have to make a Kydex sheet for it. And I have to get rid of this epoxy here, which I thought I wiped away when I was gluing the handles, but I guess not. But yeah. All right. Later on I'll do another video, but after I've worn it for a while, used it for a while, be more of a review. So yeah, any questions and suggestions, let me know. So let me just show you the little hollow grind. Yeah, super nice wood. All right, bye.